Obviously, being me, it's been major setback after setback, but I'm 26, I'm still young, I feel like I'm coming into my prime, and I've got in the UFC at the perfect time, so I'm about to take off now, watch.
From Liverpool, England, Nathan Fletcher!
All right, so Kevin Holland gets his 13th UFC win.
I'll fight anybody up, I'll fight anybody down. I don't give a fuck, just keep Kev around.
Kevin Trailblazer Holland!
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered.
Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier.
I'm made for a fucking podcast. That's dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it.
Kevin, man, I was just talking to Jimmy, and I don't want to let any secrets out, but he just told me, he goes, I have a feeling that Gunnar's going to want to take this to the floor.
I believe that's where Gunnar's going to want to fight this.
Easy there, Greg Nelson. No, who's the coach? John Wayne.
I'm going to help
him. He's trying to think of the other guy's strategy, Kevin, but you don't give a shit where it goes.
No, I mean, everybody's strategy is the same strategy. Take me down, sniff my nutsack.
Hey, man, well, listen, you're fucking dangerous off your back. A lot of times you like to choose to meet them on their playing field. We're not jumping the guard, are we?
No, I mean, I didn't jump guard last fight. The guy was just big and fucking strong.
Yeah.
I think Gunnar's fought twice. We were talking before you came in. Fought twice since 2019. I mean, he's had a little bit of bad luck. He hasn't fought much. Do you think that, look, there is such a thing as cage rust. It doesn't always affect people. Some guys have no effect from it. What do you expect from him?
One who knows how to fight rarely needs to do so. Gunnar knows how to fight, so he rarely needs to do so. Plus, he teaches at his gym, so I'm pretty sure he's always pretty much game. So I don't take nothing away from Gunnar not being in the octagon as much as he used to be. He has plenty of knowledge in there, and he's a very smart fighter. So I just plan on going out there and actually being smart for a change instead of just being reckless and see how it goes.
Have you said being smart instead of reckless. Have you gone through fights and then looked back and went, I know I didn't have to do that, but I did it, or no?
No, I never regret anything. At the end of the day, I get paid pretty swell for being in the company that I'm with, and I get paid pretty swell for being the guy that I am. So I'll continue to be the guy that I am, but, it would be nice to get a W over Gunnar. I have been watching the guy for a long time, and it'd be nice to. It's always nice beating the guys that you've been watching for a while, like Chiesta fight, like Jacare fight, Would have been nice to beat Wonder Boy, but my hand was hurting a little bit that day.
And I think Gunnar's the type not to lay and really sniff your sack. He's looking for subs. And you're hard to sub.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm hard to sub until I'm not. I've been subbed by a few guys in this world, but then there's been a few guys who didn't sub me. So, it's like we can go out there and, fight a good fight. Which, I mean, realistically, I think Gunnar's a very tough, very knowledgeable opponent. But I think at 170 pounds, motivated Kevin is a very dangerous Kevin. Nobody's big enough to just hold me down. And anybody who beats me at 170 pounds has to fight me. MVP, Wonder Boy, JDM, they all fought me, and Gunnar's gonna have to fight me. And I think in a fist fight, I think I win those. So
you go back and forth to 185 and 170. Is it so? When I used to do 155 and 170, I used to be like, all right, the 155, I have to fucking get the road work in. I have to. It's probably why I got no knees now. But I'd have to start with a runner. I'm not making weight. Do you feel it forces you to train harder when you got to make that 170 or no?
Yeah, at 170 pounds, I'm going to have to be an athlete 100% and a martial artist. So I have to be more disciplined and more focused so that way I come in, and make the weight. First and foremost, you got to always make sure you make the weight. That's professional. And then second of all, at 185 pounds, I've tried my hardest to be professional, but it's like I did a really good job on the Roman Delise fight of getting my weight to where I wanted my weight to be and performing the way I wanted to perform until the rib popped. And it's like, then I went into the next fight with the ribs still hurting and not complaining about it, just fucking trying to get ready. And, it was a lot of ups and downs, just ultimately couldn't do everything I needed to do. But at 170 pounds, I don't have to lift weights 7 days a week or any of that stuff. I just got to show up to the gym and be a fucking fighter, and my weight comes off pretty slow. It's not hard to hit 70. It's just a process.
What is so? Is the motivation? Do you think you're gonna stay at 170 now? Do you go fight to fight, like depending on who you want to fight, or is it all what your body is telling you? Where you what kind of makes your decision for you?
My body kind of makes the decision for me. When I did those, I had went back to 170 for I did what? I did Ponzinibbio, I did Chiesta, and then I turned around and I did JDM. And I did all those fairly fast. And I think on the JDM fight, I was a little not super dehydrated, but I think I had put a lot of energy out that morning before the fight, so therefore it affected me a little bit in the fight as far as power goes. So I think at 170 pounds, I think I have to be smart on the weight cuts as far as not doing them back to back to back like I do at 85 pounds. At 85, I can fight 7, 8, 10 times a year, no fucking problem. At 170 pounds, 4 times a year would be probably idealistically, and then just fighting every season and spacing it out so that way I can eat my food in between camps and get a little weight in, so that way I'm not looking like a crackhead,
Is there anything you would do different? Like, because again, the weight cut is such a drastic difference. Is there anything you would do where you walk around it less if you're staying at welterweight weight, or is it just too difficult to do that, or just too unpleasant to do that in daily life?
No, when I fight at 85 pounds, I'm only walking around 192 pounds, and then I just show up at 85 and scrap. So 192 to 196 pounds is just usually what I weigh. So I just stick to what I usually weigh, and then I show up. As soon as I put down the Jose Cuervo and I pick up the water, I usually start weighing about that 192 to 190. And as soon as I pick up the Icon meals and put down the Burger King and BLTs, I'm usually about 185 pounds. So it doesn't take much to get to 85, and it's the last 5 pounds sucks getting to 70, but it's never horrible.
Kevin, how do you feel now that you're so well known, man? You've been on this show like 13 times. We've seen your whole journey, and I remember you just fighting so active in the beginning. You burst on the scene, and it was refreshing because a lot of people not fighting style. It's unique to your own, but even the talking in there and everything, you're like a crowd favorite. How does it feel now to be? Do you ever look back now? Like, how do you feel with the fame now? Because you're a well-known guy now. It's not like you can't just go to a UFC, hang out in the crowd. That's not happening.
No, I can't go to the UFC and hang out in the crowd. I can still go to the mall and go shopping without getting too ran over. So that's pretty cool. I'm in a very good spot in life where, it's like a lot of people love me. Very few hate me. I had a little stench for a little while. Everybody's kind of mad because I went off a Rampage. But Rampage probably deserved it, so no big deal. And at the end of the day, I mean, everybody in the world should know what my favorite lever action is. So it's no big deal. It's all smooth. The people love me. I love the people. And they only hate me when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, and that's winning fights.